Guys, welcome to the chat. We are live. Fixing the washing machine here again. So we got the new part in from Whirlpool. It's a certified OEM part, so this is going to work. Hopefully work good for what we need. It is a motor coupler, which is broken, so hope this fixes our problems. Should be pretty simple installation. It's got three pieces. You got your bushing, and you have your two connecting pieces here, so not too bad. And they reinforce it with metal now, so that way it should be a little bit stronger. So let's see what we can get. We're going to use a socket here, and then a hammer to pound it onto the shaft on the motor. All right, so let's get in here. Let's check out what we're working with. All right, so first thing we got to do is take out the motor here. And in order to do that, we're going to have to unscrew the capacitor, which is just one screw there. So we'll grab that. Alright, so we'll take this, get back here. Actually, that's a flathead screw, so I'll have to get a different bit for that. What's up, James Simpson? How you doing in the chat? Jennifer Smith, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the live stream. Today we're fixing the washing machine here. It's got some major issues. Well, not really major, but it's a bleeding. Am I fixing something? Yep, fixing the motor coupler on this washing machine. So thank you guys for coming to check this out. So the issue was the washing machine wasn't spinning, and obviously that's going to cause issues. The clothes weren't drying because of the lack of spin. So the motor coupler was the culprit, and now we're just replacing that. That's really in there, so what's up, guys, in the chat? Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe if you're interested in this kind of stuff. Well, that does not like to. If you donate $1, would you do something? What do you want me to do? Depends on what you want. I'm always welcome to donations on the channel. So right now we're just trying to find the right socket size for this. And we'll pop this off. This is the capacitor. Did I show my house for $1? I don't know about that. I don't know what you mean by that. I'd like to see my laundry room. Maybe that's worth $1. Okay, we got that capacitor off of there. So now we should be able to pull the motor off and get to installing the new piece here. So let me back up. Well, thank you for the $1. Here's the laundry room. It's quite the mess. Shout out to Jennifer Smith for the $1. Okay, so let's get this motor out. Apparently it's pretty heavy, so yeah, it's definitely heavy. The weight isn't so much the issue as it is the clip being stuck under here. All right. Can I show around the house? Well, right now I'm working on something here, so not really. So let's find some paper towels or something, and that way we'll be able to fix. There's a lot of grease and grime here. So let's get some tissues. Tissue should work. It's a mini house tour. Alright. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you ever had any issues with fixing your appliances, if you ever had something go out on you, or if you needed to get someone to come and fix it. It can get kind of expensive. A new washing machine can run you upwards of $400, $500 for like a cheaper one. So you really got to be careful with what you go with. Do I have kids? What's up, clicking boy? Hi, welcome to the chat. Do I have kids? No, I do not have kids. But kids are a blessing. For sure. Blessing from God. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so we got the shaft here. It's a little difficult to get on camera, but hopefully you guys can see. We're going to be using a socket to sort of tap on the shaft piece here. Get your hammer and socket. Yeah, it does look disgusting, doesn't it? The washing machine's 26 years old, so you can imagine what's going through this thing. All right. So that's pretty well seated. Yeah, this thing definitely needs to be cleaned. I gotta figure out how to take the drum off, but if not, I'll get some cleaner through there somehow. All right, that's good. Now we just need to do the same exact thing inside of there. So let me get the motor out of the way. Am I going to clean it? Yes, I am going to clean it. I haven't had a chance to. We recently just started living here, so I got to get all this stuff cleaned up. But yeah, definitely need some TLC for sure. And you can just get rid of all this dust inside of here, which can tend to be an issue. It looks like a car, I guess. All right, so get your piece on there. Okay, everything's free spinning, that's good. So then we'll get this here and tap that on, which is going to be a little difficult. Move the camera, sorry guys. The reason why I gave you $1 is because you work so hard. I appreciate that. Now I gotta work even harder to figure out how to get this on here. Okay. Looks like it still has a little bit of room to get seated on there more. I don't know if you guys have done these before, but apparently you're supposed to I don't think it's coming off. Alright, it looks pretty good. Looks like it's going to take forever. Shouldn't take forever. We're actually almost done here. So, if that's any good news. Alright. So we have our bushing here. Now these tools are just to make sure that the piece is seated on. So we have our bushing. We will push this on here. Align that as straight as possible. Perfect. And we'll take our motor, which weighs like 20 pounds, which isn't crazy heavy, but it's just sort of awkward to deal with. Oh, almost dropped it. And you see it looks like a part, almost looks like a transmission almost. All right, so we'll align this as close as possible with that, and then we'll drop it in there, which is not going to be easy just because it's kind of a tough place to work in. Don't really have a lot of room. All right. All right, just cut my finger open. That's awesome. All right, let's try to cut our fingers open again. Let me go wash my hand off because I cut my thumb open, which is fun. All right, let's get back at this. Let's see if we can get this in here. This is proving to be a little bit more difficult than it looked at first, which is all right. Am I an engineer? No, I'm not an engineer. All right, let's see if we can get this back together. Now that that's in there. Should be moving what it needs to be moving there. So take our screws that we took out earlier. Got a couple screws right here. And let's just send them back in here. Well, thank you guys for checking this out. I know it's not the most riveting task in the world, but appreciate you watching. Got a lot more exciting videos on my channel. Dirt bike videos, some more tool unboxings, stuff like that if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Sermons, preaching God's word. A lot going on in this world these days. We really need more of God's word in our lives, guys. So haven't been to church in a while. I'd suggest going back, getting acquainted with fellow believers. All right. So this was free, but I also cut my finger open, so it's part of the cost, I guess. All right, we got our screw here. We're gonna put this capacitor back in its place. All right. So let me know if you guys have ever worked on your own appliances before, because I've never done this before. But it looked a lot more appealing than hiring someone else or buying a new machine. So if you have the tools to do this, I definitely recommend working on your own stuff, because these days stuff's expensive. And so is getting things serviced. Let's get those pieces plugged back in. Get this plugged back in. Make sure that's good. All right. Good there. All right, now we got to get the water pump back on. And once this is back on, we should be good to go. All right, let's place that there, back in its spot. We'll take our little clippers and punch them back on. So this isn't too difficult, but you want to make sure you put everything back the way you found it. All right. All right, now that everything's back where it belongs, let's make sure. Let's just double check all of our connections. That's good. That's good. All right, now we're going to take our covering piece, the big shroud, and put that back on the machine. It's just 2 screws that hold it together, so it's really not that difficult. Guys, so let's do this. Let's try not to get too much blood on things here. All right, here we go. All right, well, this has proven to be a little bit more difficult than it looked. All right, guys. Well, this is terrible. This is not easy. We'll get it. All right, well, we got that back on there, so that's good news, I guess. Get that little boy on there. We'll pop this back on. Shouldn't be too bad. And then 2 more screws, and then we're back in business. So we're making good progress. We're getting her done. Well, they definitely don't make this easy. I'll give you that much for free. I'm not sure why this top piece is so difficult to put back on. I don't know if you guys know anything more than me, but I can't get a seat on the bottom. We'll figure it out. Alright guys, we'll get this done. We will get it in. I don't know, boys. Running out of luck. What's up? Can't get that last corner in there. It's really being annoying, unfortunately. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right, let's do this. All right, boys, let's try this again. I don't know what to do. I'm running out of options, boys. Wait a second. I think the whole thing has to slide in. I don't think it's dropped on. I'm gonna have to consult YouTube for this one. I don't know. There's little feet on the bottom that have to line up perfectly with the rest of it. And I can't seem to get it to do that for some reason. Let's watch this trusty guy's YouTube video.
Saving up to 10%. You bundle your home and auto insurance. Hi, I'm Robert. Also, or is that there are a number 2, and you're just gonna, and with the clip screw, by tipping it forward and then giving it a little wiggle, it'll slide cabinet. There's a slot. And we're going to need to get the front lip of the cabinet underneath the lip of the frame. And it's easiest to open the lid and then slide it underneath. And then keep your foot against it, because on the base of each corner of the cabinet, there's a slot. And on the base of the frame in the back is a tab that's going to fit into.
All right, I think I understand it. There's not much room to work here, but we're going to have to make do with what we have. Let's pop the lid open. Close the lid. Keep your foot up against the base of the cabinet. One's in. Okay. Thank God. They're both in. We did it. Let's go. All right, now that those are in, didn't take long enough, did it? We got that down. So good. guys. We got a donation in the chat. Appreciate that. $1 donation. Anything helps out the channel. If you guys like this type of content, feel free to donate. All right. Now let's get this. Good. And one more. Put that down in. All right. They're all in. Now we just have a few more things to do. Let's pop that guy in there. And make sure our hood is good. All good in the hood. Alright. Make sure the tabs are in. Tabs are in. Looking good so far. Alright, throw this screw right here. You'll see it live if this thing works. If it doesn't, that'd be sad. Alright, one more screw. Here we go. Good. All right, we're good to go with that. Let's keep that from falling out. All right, boys. Let's check it out. This is on. That's good. Everything secure in there. And here we go. Let's go. All right, that's the pump. Oh, look at that. We're spinning. See if I can manipulate the hood here. Maybe not. Let's just see that one more time. Heck yeah. Let's go, guys. We're back in business. We are back in business, boys. Let's go. $14 part. Save the day. We'll cut. Not bad. We're doing good here. Looks like the washing machine is not broken after all. So that's a pleasant thing to know. We won't have to buy a new washer, which is good. Definitely needs to be cleaned, but other than that, we should be good. Alright, so let's put you up there for a second. What's up, guys? Thanks for the congratulations in the chat. We just got it running, so everything's good. Now let's just slide this back in. That's the hardest part. Man, this thing weighs 1,000 pounds. All right. we're all good. That's awesome. Well, thank you guys for checking this out. That was a nice little adventure trying to get that top back on. I'm glad I finally just looked at the video. It's hard to look at a video when you're recording a video, because then you have to go get another device to watch the other video on, but other than that, you know, it's not too bad. Just look up some YouTube and get it going, but that's the way you do it. Hour, got it done. Really wasn't terrible other than getting that top back on. But that was good. That's good stuff. Let's just do a little bit of cleanup here. Get everything back in its spot. Please, if you guys would love to do so, like and subscribe. We'll get more videos like this coming up so you guys can figure out how to fix your washing machines or tools or whatever it may be that's broken. But we have some good tools here to work with, which makes it a lot easier. So we'd like that. We got some shout outs coming in, live text messages here. Great job on the washer. Put it in the real chat, boys. Let's get this thing moving. Let's get this chat going so that we can get some more viewers. Yeah, that's awesome. There we go. Let's just do a little bit of cleaning up here. Don't want to leave a mess. We got this carpet deal. Throw that in there. But yeah, so if your washer ever stops, I don't know what this is. If your washer ever stops spinning and you don't know what it is, it's most likely your motor coupler. Basically what that motor coupler does is that it connects your motor to the transmission and transfers the energy between the two. Really not a crazy part. You stuck to it and got it. Good work. Yeah, I was thinking of that quote as I was doing this. My grandpa would say, stick to it, don't quit it, and you'll get it. I think that's what he used to say. So that was going through my head. So it's something of that nature, but good quote. But yeah, that's basically what you have to do when you're doing these kinds of things. Just keep your head down. Don't get too frustrated, even though it's getting a little hot in here, and these things are sharp and annoying to work with. As you can see by that. But we got Charles Ross in the comments. What's up, Ross? Ross Creations. Great guy. But yeah, so we're all cleaned up here. We have the freezer right here. This is like world-class freezer. It's got so much stuff in it. Let's check it out. Let's do a freezer reveal live on Everyday Tools. Alright. Let's move this stuff. Alright. Here we go. Whoa. Freezer reveal. We got 2 pounds of milk. That's nice. Maybe I shouldn't do it with my bloody hand. We got some Bowl and Basket organic cut sweet corn. Good stuff. Organic broccoli. Organic venison. Grass-fed chuck roast. A lot of venison. Shout out to the hunters out there. A lot of chicken. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sets of, I think it's 8 chicken breasts in each one. So we have 32 chicken breasts. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad price though. It was $2.77 a pound, and they're 6 pounds each. That's a lot of chicken, but it's good stuff. More vegetables, strawberries, blueberries, wedding cake, all kinds of stuff. But that's the freezer reveal. You got it live. You guys saw it first here. Whenever let's get these tools back in their position, and let's move the washing machine back over. Weighs like 400 pounds. We'll get it. It doesn't actually weigh a crazy amount, but the floor is concrete and the thing isn't necessarily very easy to move. Alright. Let's get the old Roy from Sears. Make sure they're in line. A little bit of room between. All right, perfect. We got all that back. Now let's start transferring some stuff back into the other room. But yeah, guys, we appreciate you coming to check out the little washing machine repair. Saved a lot of money doing it this way. Definitely recommend DIYing your stuff if you have the ability to do so, because it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot more satisfying when you actually get it done. And yeah, we got it done. Hopefully this washing machine can go for another 26 years. I don't know, they just don't make them like they used to, so having the one we have now, it's pretty good. It's an old KitchenAid, probably made in the US of A. Alright, let's move the dryer a little bit. I don't want it too close to the wall. Let's see, this thing should be a lot lighter. Sheesh, bro. Come on. There we go. Alright, look at that. Got a little gap there. I'm not going to burn the house down. Alright. Yeah, this is like what we like to do on this channel. Pretty much things break, we find ways to fix them, and they get fixed. So this one wasn't too bad, about 15 bucks. We'll cut, which I should probably clean out, because I've been touching all kinds of gross things. But there it is. We're cleaned up. This thing spins like a dream. A couple days ago it was broken. Now it's all back together. It just needs to be cleaned up a little bit on the inside, to be honest. But there she is, the old KitchenAid. Really a wonderful piece of hardware. Does some great work. Mechanical switches, which are now outlawed on residential washers. As you can see here, everything's digital. But this one's pretty new. It's a Maytag. It's not bad. But this one's a tank. I mean, you can even feel it in the steel. Look how strong that is. I can't even really bend it. And you get this. You can bend it with a feather. It's just not the same quality anymore. It's a nice porcelain enameled coating on here, which is cool. I mean, it's holding up really well. It's a 10-year porcelain warranty that ran out about 16 years ago. It's all good. It's still holding up. Yeah, it's a tank, you know? The thing works. You'll love to see it. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. We got all kinds of videos on this channel. We got tools, we got sermons, we got devotionals, we got dirt bike riding, skiing, pretty much whatever you could think of we got on this channel. So whatever you guys like to do outside, hunting's coming up soon. I just got the tree stand area set up. Did a lot of weed whacking and brush clearing to get back there because we had some hot weather this summer, which really allowed those weeds to go crazy. But that's all set up there, so we're good with that. So we will have some hunting videos coming soon. Just got my licenses today in the good old free state of New Jersey, which is not really a free state, but it's another story for another day. But if you guys are in New Jersey, make sure you vote for Jack Ciattarelli for governor. Taxes are way too high. Electric bill's way too high. Everything's way too high right now, and it's not Trump's fault. It's the Democrats raising energy costs because of politics, because of green energy, which is very inefficient and does not produce the amount of energy that we need in the state. We used to export energy, and now we have to import it from other states, which automatically means that we're paying more money. And the electric bill last month was not very pretty. So vote with your wallets, guys. Vote with your morals. Vote with your faith. Let's get someone in there who's going to change things. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Got all kinds of stuff here. Keep us in your prayers. And make sure you watch Charlie Kirk's memorial tomorrow in Arizona. They're going to be streaming that. Trump will be there. Vance will be there. Pray for safety. Pray for peace at this location. And pray for our country, because we are in a pretty bad spot when it comes to political ideologies and stuff like that. But overall, you have to have your faith in Christ. That's really what it comes down to. It's not faith in Charlie Kirk or faith in the country or faith in anything else. It's faith in Jesus Christ, because he doesn't change. You know, even when people die, even when people get assassinated, when protests happen, his truth remains the same, and his truth will never change. And there's all kinds of ideologies out there that are there to lead you astray and to trick you and to make you think certain ways about certain things. But the truth of the matter is that Jesus is king. He's coming back, and if you have faith in him, you will be saved. His work on the cross was on our behalf, something that we couldn't have done on our own, but something that we all need. That's what Charlie Kirk preached. He preached the gospel, and he would want us to continue that and continue preaching the gospel. So For those of you who are saved, who are part of the body of Christ, let's be more bold in what we have to say. Let's be more bold in sharing the good news, sharing the gospel, not being afraid of it. It's not something to be afraid of. As Romans says, we shouldn't be ashamed of the gospel of Christ. But there are too many people out there who are, and I'm one of them sometimes. So let's be emboldened by that. So thanks for watching, guys. Keep us in your prayers. Like, subscribe, check out my other videos, share, do whatever you need to do. Get the message out. Everyday tools. Have a good night. God bless.